एक सहारा तेरा, एक सहारा तेरा रंग, एक सहारा तेरा रंग, एक सहारा तेरा रंग, एक सहारा तेरा, एक सहारा। राम रहीम को भजने वाले, राम रहीम को भजने वाले, तेरे पुजारे बाबा, तेरे पुजारे बाबा। राम रहीम को भजने वाले, राम रहीम को भजने वाले, तेरे पुजारे बाबा, तेरे पुजारे बाबा। तेरा एक सहारा तेरा, एक सहारा तेरा रंग, 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 एक सहारा। Okay.
Hari Om.
Yeah.
You're very welcome to this fourth day of these wonderful, wonderful pravachans and reveling in the Ramayana Ramcharitmanas in Swamiji's melodious voice. Our very generous sponsors today are Meeta and Sunil Vij. Please come and light a diya. And Swamiji was here a minute ago. I couldn't see you. Swamiji, would you please come and light on behalf of Chetan Bora? They could not be here today.
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद
जय जय गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय 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 गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोपाल जय With the salutations to Bhagwan Ganesh, salutations to Saraswati Maya, salutations to Puja Gurudev, salutations to Bhagwan Ram, and last, Pavanputra Hanuman. Om Gajananam Bhutganatisevitam Kapit Jambu Valsar Bhakshanam Umasutam Shokavinaşkaranam Namahu Vignesh Pankajam Yakundendu Tusharharidhavala Yashobhara Vastravrita Yavina Vardanyamandit Kara Yashve Padmasana Ya Brahma Achyuta Shankar Prabhritibhi Devai Sada Vandita Sama Pat Saraswati Bhagavati Sama Pat Saraswati Bhagavati Nisheshajadyapaha Samast Jana Kalyan Niratam Karuna Nama Chinmayam Devam सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् लोकाभिरामम् रणरङ्गधीरम् राजीवनेत्रम् रघुवंशनाथम् कारुण्यरूपम् करुणाकरं तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये मनोजवं पार्थतुल्यवेगम् जितेन्द्रियं धीमतां वरिष्ठम् वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यम् श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। बोलो राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
बोलो सीताराम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राजा मंगल पावन मंगलहारी द्रवहुस दशरथ अजर बिहारी श्री राम
जय राम
जय
जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
रघुकुल रीति सदा चली आती प्राण जाने वरु वचन बजाई
श्री राम जय जय श्री राम जय राम जय
राम कथा के तई बलिदानी जिन्हें सत्संगति अति प्यारी श्री राम जय जय
राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
बिनु सत्संग एक न होई राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न सोई
श्री राम जय 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 श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
नहीं कल परम भगति विवेक राम नाम रमण
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
राम चरण ऋषि जब देखा तब नीच जन्म हल कर ले।
Shri Ram Jai Jaya Jaya Shri Ram Jaya
राम 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 सीता राम राम
Ram Ram
राम
Ram 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 Sita
श्याम रामचंद्र की जय।
Very open, special welcome to all of you. If you're coming tonight for the first time, we are seeing the Uttara last portion. And somebody was asking earlier, the story of Ramayana, Ram Katha, is over now. The whole Bhagwan Ram was returned to Ayodhya and he has been installed as king of Ayodhya and he's given Upadesh to all the people of Ayodhya and all of that story, you know. Then Parvati ji asked some questions to Bhagwan Shiva after all this is over. And Bhagwan Shiva is now answering these questions. Now, when we left it last night, we saw in these questions what exactly was going on. Well, Garud is asking Kag Vushundi or asked Kag Vushundi, oh, well, tell me, what about this crow's body, you know? How come you ended up in this crow's body, you know? And Kag Vushundi now, this is number 93. Is going to respond, answer those questions. So we'll see from number 93 in this Uttarakhand. Those of you who have your Ramayana can follow this.
प्रथम जन्म के चरित अब कहाँ सुनम बिनगे सुराम कहाँ सुनम बिनगे सुनी प्रभु पद रति उपजय जाते मिटि कले ससिया पर
Oh. Garud asked Garg Oshandi about his crow's body. And what has to happen there is Garg Vushundi now has to talk about himself. And human beings like nothing more than this. We like to talk about this is no joking matter. This is really, and this is a big, big, big thing in spiritual path. Usually we don't pay attention to it, but we really love to talk about ourselves. So it is always a difficult task for Mahatmas to talk about them. Really, it is a difficulty. So now, Garg Vushundi is such a great soul. How can he bring himself to talk about himself? And there is only one pretext under which Garg Vushundi can do that. And that is given in this verse. for Mahatmas to talk about themselves. See, I keep telling that the easiest definition of satsang is this thing. Huh? When we meet and we talk about Bhagwan, that thing is called as satsang. When we meet and we talk about ourselves, that thing is called as kusang or dussang. Huh? Because there is only a play of ego. You just have to pay attention next time when you're carrying on conversation with anybody. You haven't gotten to finish your story yet, but the other fellow is already equipped with his story. Huh? And the last part of your story and the last part of what is called as the punchline in your story has not come yet. And he is ready on this side to tell his story. And not only that, he does not even hear the punchline because he's ready to fire. So this is the bhav which jivas have. We love to talk about ourselves so much. So now, on the one pretext only, such a Mahatma can talk about himself. And he tells in this verse, now you have to see this thing. He says, Pratama janma me ke charita ava kahau sunahu bhagis. I'm going to tell about my first birth when all of this started. Means how I became a crow and all that. I'm going to tell about that first birth and all. Huh? How it started. Suni Prabhu Pada Rati Upajai Jate Mithi Kales. And when you listen, then you will develop love for the feet of Bhagwan Ram and all sorrows will go away. So what is the pretext? That pretext is Kagabhushundi is going to tell how he was blessed by Bhagwan Ram, not because of any good thing about himself, but because of the infinite compassion of Bhagwan Ram. So even if he's talking about himself, he is talking about himself to demonstrate the infinite compassion of Ram. This is the pretext only under which Bhakta, true Bhakta, of course, true Mahatma can talk about Bhagwan. That only because of Bhagwan's infinite compassion, I became what I became. If Bhagwan Ram is absent in that conversation, that is not satsang. Bhagwan's greatness and all. So, this is the introduction. Now, he says, Prathama Janma ke Charita. Prathama Janma means his first birth. And it was, now he goes, long story. You can read that. Huh? He said, in one Kali Yuga time, he was born in Ayodhya, and then there was a great big famine, Ityadi, and then he moved to Ujjain. And after saying that, he tells a long story about the Durgunas, the defects of this Kali Yuga, Kali Mal. Oh, if you read that portion, Kagabhushundi tells to Guruji about this Kali Yuga in which we are living, you will get scared. But I did not come here to scare you. You go home and read it and become scared by yourself. It's a very long portion about the evils of Kali Yuga. And let me tell you, all of it is true, and already we have seen half of it. Every line of it is true. Huh? And people ask me, Swamiji, you know we have Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, Kali Yug, and all that, right? They say, Swamiji, how much of this Kali Yuga is over? Really? From the Kali Yuga? If suppose we say Kali Yuga is from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. Let us just put that to the scale, right? 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and we wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Kali Yuga is only now 6:05. That is where we are in the morning. And already it has become, oh. Anyway, that must have frightened you a little bit. But after telling all the evils of Kali Yuga, I told you in Sanatan Dharma, see, this is the presentation all the time. Huh? Everywhere in Sanatan Dharma, the presentation is like this. You cannot have an atom with only a negative charge or only a positive charge. It must also have positive as well as negative. It cannot have one. And I demonstrated that previously and not to you. Now, after telling all of this is long, actually, look here. You will see another presentation here. What is that? In any presentation of the Durgunas, whether it is Bhagavad Gita or whether it is this Ramcharitamanas, wherever you will see the Durgunas, there will be a long list. You go to 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita and you will see that Bhagavan gives two lists. One is called Asuri Sampat and the other is called Devi Sampat. So Asuri Sampat means all evil qualities. And Devi Sampat means all the good qualities. And Devi Sampat, all good qualities, 2 shlokas. Asuri Sampat, 24 shlokas of that magnitude. Long list. Well, same thing now here. Kagushundiji, he tells all the Durgunas of Kali Yuga. And this goes on and on for so many dohas. And now I told you the presentation is like this because this is the way the sansar is structured. There will be sukha, dukha. There will be labh, alabh. There will be jaya, ajaya. There will be all these tears. So if Kali Yuga has Durgunas, well, there must be something good also about Kali Yuga, isn't it? By law, by rule. So that now, if you jump to number 103, you will see this Kali Yuga. The good thing in Kali Yuga is this, 103.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Kali Yuga Samajuga Adilani, Gaunar Kar Viswas, Jai Ram Gana Bimala, Pavadara Binai Prayas Siya. Siya Syamara Ramachandra ki jai.
Kali Yuga Samajuga An Nahi. There is no other yuga equal to this Kali Yuga. Well, of course, that doesn't say much. But Jo Narakara Biswas, Gai Rama Guna Gana Bimala, Bhavatara Binahi Prayas. The one who is able to chant the glories of Bhagwan Ram, chant the name of Bhagwan Ram in this Kali Yuga. Earlier in the Balkan, they are told, Nahi Kali Karamana Bhagati Vivek. In this Kali Yuga, this Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, all things which we know like that, they will not work. In this Kali Yuga, Ram Nam Avalambana Eka. So through this Ramcharitmanas, Tulsidas glorifies the name of Bhagwan Ram. And in other yugas, people don't do. They do japa, tapa, makha, all these other yajnas and all different things like that. And for that, a lot of rules and regulations and all things you have to do. But for chanting the name of Ram, chanting the glories of Ram, nothing is required. And you can do it anywhere, anytime. You cannot go and sit down in your bathroom and you take Bhagavad Gita there. Who will do? You'll be scared. Of Vedic mantras inside your bathroom. Hanumanji was passing one day in front of somebody's house, and that outhouse bathroom was there next to the house. And inside that bathroom, he heard one man saying Ram, 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 Ram. Inside the bathroom. So Hanumanji got angry with this fellow. What? You are chanting my Ram's name in such a dirty place? So he stood outside waiting for him. That man came out from that bathroom. Hanumanji gave him one thappad on his head like that. Ram. For chanting Ram's name. That man looked at Hanumanji and continued. Nothing happened to that man. With a mutika from Hanumanji, he gave one mutika to Lankini and she collapsed. Huh? This man, ordinary man. So Hanumanji was also stunned. He went to Bhagwan Ram to tell what happened. When he went there, he saw a bump on Bhagwan's head. Prabhu, what happened to you? What do you mean what happened to me? I promised to protect my devotees. If you give blow, I have to take it from my devotees. Nah? So the name of Ram in this Kali Yuga and chanting the glories of Ram, both things are there. Gai Ram Guna Gana Bimala. In this Kali Yuga, that thing works magic. And we should not doubt even for a moment in this Kali Yuga also. See, there's a wonderful line here. I'll tell you how it works. In this Kali Yuga also, people develop Vishwas very fast. The word is here. Jau narakara Vishwas. The Vishwas word comes here. You know why? I'm sure all of you would have heard this doha. दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे न को, जो सुख में सुमिरन करे, दुख काहे को होई कबीरा, दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे न को, जो सुख में सुमिरन करे, दुख काहे को होई कबीरा, दुख काहे को होई कबीरा, दुख काहे को. The immortal Doha, everybody knows it. And it actually talks about a truism which is most true in Kali Yuga. Because Dukha mein Sumiran sab kare. It means to say, when we get anguish and pain, and when we get trials and tribulations and tough times, that time everybody remembers Bhagwan. And when things are going nice, and when things are going smooth, and joy is there, nobody remembers Bhagwan that time. So, in this Kali Yuga, because of the fact that there will be so much of trials and tribulations and so many challenges and so much of different forms of dukkha and all of that, that time, that person develops faith, that person develops shraddha and vishwas very fast because he's looking for a way out. And because of that, and now see, the other thing is in the Kali Yuga, the way things are, people are not materialism, and the description given previously, materialism will be so strong, anything about jnana and metaphysics and philosophy and ontology and any such thing, nobody will know because it's Kali Yuga. In fact, we have already given it up to AI. So nobody will know this. You just give a little time again. See, professor was telling me just recently, only about a month ago, he said now they have stopped giving papers to students to write at the university. You give it, when I was in university, they'll say, okay, you have 2 weeks, you do a 15-page essay and hand it in. Then they give you 10 days to do this 20-page essay and whatever. That is how we learned. Now what? He says, now we can't do that. They stopped. Because this fellow will only go there and put the topic and offer it to AI. And AI will come up with a nice essay. You just have to tell AI how many pages you want. So they have stopped. Really, literally, they have stopped. So now all the students will come and sit in the classroom like this, and now they'll give the question. Now write. Now resort to that only. So pretty soon, AI will work in everything. So there will be no need for us to learn anything. Sad thing, right? So now, that does not solve any human problem. Sukha and dukkha will still be there. Now, sukha and dukkha will still be there. Sukha we like and dukkha we don't like. So then what happens? Because we have caused so much trouble on our own self, dukkha will be more. Dukkha is more and we have no knowledge, then what do we have to resort to now? The only thing we'll have to have Shraddha, Bhakti, and chant the name of Bhagwan. Because nobody will know anything about scriptures and philosophy and all that is told here also. So, in this Kali Yuga, because of all the trials and tribulations, all the pain and misery and all, people will have Vishwas very fast and they will have to resort to this name of Bhagwan also. This is another way of saying it. Huh? And in that case, the name of Bhagwan Ram is so great. Tulsidashi described in Balkan, oh, Ramana Sakahi Nama Gunagai. Even Rama cannot describe how powerful this name is. So when people resort to such a powerful name, so this is one of the guna, great qualities of Kali Yuga. Now, one more thing, and this is a nice portion, I must tell you, I can't leave it out. Tulsidashi makes a revolutionary, wonderful presentation of the yugas in this portion of Uttara. And we usually think only that the yugas, Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, and Kali Yuga in what we call a chronological order, right? And then there's a Mahapralaya or Pralaya, and then again it starts all over. And that's how we think about yugas in terms of time, right? But see, after number 103, there are 3 chaupais. 3 chaupais where he speaks about the yugas differently. And it is very interesting. And I think it will be applicable to all of us. See this now, after 103. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram.
It Jug Dharma Hoi Sab Kere.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram.
Hridaya Ram Maya Ke Prere.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram.
Sukha Sattva Samata Vijnana.
Shri Ram Jai Ram.
Krita Prabha Prasanna Jana.
Shri Ram Jai
Sattva Bahut Rajat Churati Karma. Shri Ram
Jai Ram.
Sab Vidhi Sudha Treta Kar Dharma.
Shri Jai Ram.
Bahuraj Swalpa Sattva Kachutam.
Shri Ram
कलि प्रभा
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
उदर जुगधर जानी रमानी
Shri Ram Jaya
तजी अधर्म रति धर्म राई
Shri Ram Jaya
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
जय रघुराम
Jaya Raghuram
जय सीताराम
Jaya Sita Ram.
श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय। नित जुग धर्म हो ही सब केरे, हृदय राम माया के प्रेरे, means to say that the traits of all the yugas, Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, Kali Yug, the traits of all of these yugas are there with us all the time, and at different times of the day, different times of our life, different times maybe in the week, and all of that, we will be in some different yuga. This is the presentation. Like, for example, now in Satsang, you're in Satyug only. Because everybody's mind has become calm, all the hustle and bustle and running away from, running about in this world, in the rat race and all of that thing. You have now, that's all receded from your mind, isn't it? And you're in a very sattvic mood. So then this is Satyug. So it is described as Suddha Sattva Samata Vijnana. And if this is there in the mind, Shuddha Sattva, purity of the mind, Samata, balance, equilibrium, equipoise, Vijnana, that feeling of my oneness with Bhagwan. If any of these things are there, Krita Prabhava Prasanna Manajana, you know it is describing Satyug. So you don't have to wait till some time has come for you to be in Satyug. You imbibe these qualities and I am in Satyug. Remain calm and quiet. Krita Prabha. Prasanna Mana. Very important. Prasanna Mana means cheerful mind. Otherwise, all the time dreary looking. What happened? Why your face is like that? What to say, Swamiji? I am born that way. So you should be all the time cheerful. If you want to live in Satyug, then Sattva Bahut Raja Kachu Rati Karma. Now, Sattva Bahut, but some Rajas has now entered. So you see in the morning time when you wake up, Brahma Muhurt time, and you sit nicely for your meditation and all that kind of thing, Satyug only. But after a little while, where the phone rings, something happens in the, or you hear some chonk in the pot. Something, somebody pops open a pop. Meditation gone. Well, meditation, object of meditation shifted. Some smell comes, you see. Rajas comes in. Now we have moved to Treta Yuga, the next yoga. So when some Rajas starts, you yourself from the meditation seat, you go, oh, I forgot. Today I was in an important meeting. When your mind starts tumbling, isn't it? Rajas has come in. Then we have moved to Treta Yuga. Sabhaviti Sukha Treta Kara Dharma. There is joy also, but a rajasic type of joy in Treta Yuga. So if you're having a rajasic type of joy, you're in Treta Yuga. Bahu Raja, Swalpa Sattva. Lot of Rajas, little Sattva. Kachu Tamas and little Tamas also. So if that has come in, Dwapara Dharma, Parashavaya, Manas. And there is joy and fear at the same time. Joy and fear at the same time. I'm living that type of life. Otherwise, actually, most people are in this only, living this type of, because doctor said, don't eat sweet. But we are eating, so I'm having the joy of the sweet, but I'm having fear of the doctor at the same time, isn't it? That type of bhav is there in the mind, that person living in Dwapar Yuga, or Bahuraja, Swalpa Sattva, and Kachu Tamas. This is not the last one, but that is Dwapar Yuga. Last one, Tamas Bahut, lot of Tamas. Tamas Bahut, Rajo Gunathora, Kali Prabhava Virod Chahu Ora. Now, see, by the end of the day, after a long day's work, busy, your mind has been torn apart and fragmented, gone in so many directions because you're working in a world where they have taught you to multitask. Isn't it? Now they're teaching everybody that you have to multitask. So with this multitasking causes what? Your mind just gets diverted in so many directions at the same time. And for you to collect that mind in the evening, that is a very difficult thing. And unfortunately, we only have satsang in the evening. So that type of mind, and which has now gone through this type of activity for the day and really fragmented and really distracted and gone everywhere all day, and by evening time, it totally exhausted, tired, like that, incapable of perception, incapable of concentration, all that is called as tamas. That thing is Kali Yuga. So I start with Satyuga in the morning when I wake up with Brahma Murta. Not everybody, some people that Kali Yuga starts right there now, because when the alarm rings, Kali Yuga from Brahma Muhurta. So you see, the idea is it is situational. It is depending on the condition of the mind. So you can choose by your sadhana and by your practices to live in whichever yuga you want to live. You get this idea? So it's a little bit different thing. But this presentation you'll find here nicely in this Uttara Kanda. Now, Kakabhushundiji explains this to Garud about yugas and all of that sort of thing. But anyway, his story was, I lived in Ayodhya in one Kali Yuga, and things really became bad. Then I moved to Ujjain. This is after number 104. If you are looking for this, after 104. Tehi Kalikal Barasha Bahu Baseu Avada Bihagis. That means I lived in that particular Kali Yuga. I lived there in Ayodhya. Then Pareu Dukal, great famine and whatever stepped in there. And Bipati Basa Tavame Gayu Bides. Bides means, yeah, I migrated. Migrated to where? Gayu Ujjaini. Ujjaini means Ujjain, which is modern day Indore. He moved from Ayodhya to there. And then like that, he goes on to tell his story, how he went through all of this. Then, see from the next line, I'll chant there. In that Ujjain, his life changed. But in which way? See, change is good, eh? Change is good when it becomes change for the better, isn't it? If it change for the worse, one fellow put some $5 bill in a Coke machine, you know. The Coke is only $1. When he put the $5 bill in there and he pressed, that Coke came out. And then he put his hand there, waiting for his change. No change came out. Then he gave that Coke machine one kick. Where's my change? Then a card came out there. It said, change should come from within. Actually, real change should come from within only. But see, Kakabhushundi tells together wonderfully. Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Ram Jai Ram,
Jaya Jaya Ram,
Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
गए काल कछु संपत्ति पाई,
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
तह पुण्य करव संतु सेवकाई,
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
विप्र एक वैदिक शिव पूजा,
Jaya Ram.
करई सदा तेहि काज न दूजा।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
परम साधु पर मारत बिंदक,
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
समुपासक नहीं हरि निंदक,
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
जैसे मैं कपट समेता,
Jaya Ram.
विजय दयाल हेता।
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
पाहि जन्म मृत्यु की मोहि साई,
Shri Ram Jaya, Jaya Jaya Ram.
विप्रपराव पुत्र की नाई,
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम,
Shri Ram Jaya,
जय जय श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय. So we saw Gaya Ujjaini. I went to Jain from Ayodhya in that famine, and there what happened? Gaya Kal Kachu Sampati Pai. Some time passed, and I became rich. I acquired some wealth. He's telling his life story. Huh? Then Taha Punikarau Sambu Sevakai. And there I resumed my worship of Bhagwan Shiva. I had started in Ayodhya when I was there. So here I resumed. Then Vipra Eka Vaidika Shiva Puja Karai Sadate Kaju Naduja. And there was a most wonderful Brahmana there. He used to do Bhagwan Shiva's puja. Nice man. He was a worshipper of Bhagwan Shiva. All the time he used to do, and do it selflessly also. That Brahmana. Then Paramasadu Paramarata Bindak. He was a really wonderful sadhu. Sadhu means Parasadnoti iti sadhu, one who really does work for others. He's called as sadhu, who lives and does for others. So he was of this type. That's sadhu. And Paramartha Bindak means the knower of the supreme reality. That was the caliber of person. Sambhu Upasaka Nahi Hari Nindak. He used to do worship of Bhagwan Shiva, but never said anything bad about Bhagwan Vishnu. This is going to feature very big in this story. This is a very, very important point. He used to do worship of Bhagwan Shiva, but never said anything about Bhagwan Vishnu. Then, Sambhu Pasak Nahi Hari Nindak. Then, Tehi Sevau Me Kapat Samet. I fell into doing seva for this Brahmana. I started doing seva. But, and Kak Bhushundi is admitting also, his own words now. But that seva which I was doing, Kapat Sameta, I was doing that thing with conceit and with, abhiman and with deceit and all the other thing, whatever, durgunas. Dvijatayal ati niti niketa. But this Brahmana was such a nice person. He never paid any attention to any of my transgressions or anything. Bahija namra ki mohi sai viprapadhava putra ki nai, and seeing, because I was very good at hiding my own feelings. I was good at hiding my feelings. So even though there are things that I did not like and I did not agree with and this and all that sort of thing, I, showed a good face. And he considered me to be like his own son. And he taught me all things also. All shastras, ityadi, everything he taught. Then, Sambhu mantra mohi dvijabara dina. And he gave me a mantra for Bhagavan Shiva. Sambhu padesa vivida vidhi kinha. And he taught me so many wonderful stories about Bhagavan Shiva and all of that. Japo mantra siva mandir jai hridaya damba ahamiti athikai. So with all of his mantra teaching, all of these things on wealth and so many things behind, he developed a great conceit and ostentatiousness and so you name it. This. Now Kak is telling his story. That time he was a human form. He's not crow. I forgot to tell you that. He's in human form. Then, like that, he harbored in his heart some ill feeling towards that guru also. What ill feeling? Kag Bhushundi was just like this guru, he was a Shiva worshipper. And this is the crux of the matter in this whole story of his life. And it is very relevant today also. Kag Bhushundi was a Shiva worshipper, Bhagwan Shiva. But in his heart, he did not have any love for Bhagwan Vishnu. No love for Bhagwan Vishnu. Not only that, if he heard anybody else praising Bhagwan Vishnu, he used to get angry. And this Durguna is there in all human beings. And one more thing. This Durguna is the reason for all of the fighting that humanity has known. So the idea is like this. I worship Lord Shiva, and that is the correct, true, proper worship. And if anybody else is worshiping anything else, he's doing something wrong, and well, he doesn't deserve even life. He doesn't deserve respect. He doesn't deserve anything. Now, this Durgana sounds familiar to you or not? And you know how wonderful this thing is? The interesting part of it is, this is about two forms of Ishvara within the same religion. Correct or not? Yeah. Two forms of Ishvara within the same religion. And he doesn't like that other people worship Bhagwan Vishnu. They should worship. Now, this is not Sanatana Dharma, isn't it? And in the same way, this is interreligious and intra-religious. Meaning to say, people from other religions also know this one thing, that he knows the truth, that one should follow me. And that one thinks he knows the truth, this one should follow him. And if you don't follow, well, that has become virulent now. You kill you also. But this Durguna is what is being spoken about, which human beings foster, and oh, Bapre, the amount of killing has gone on in this world because of this. And every killing today is related to this. You see the wars which are going on now? This is at the root only. And then what goes around comes around. You have started a cycle of killing. And if you kill, you will be killed. You started a cycle of killing like that. And it just goes on and on. But that whole cycle has this as its root. Do you know? You may not know. There was a fellow named Cortez who had taken a vow to kill 1,000 natives a day in Mexico. Amerindian people. Because the natives did not know the truth about God. In fact, they did not have souls also. According to his religion and his teaching, they did not even have souls. So they had to. So and this is such a long time ago, if you start killing another civilization, 1,000 people a day, by sankalpa which you have taken, aren't you contributing to an eternal cycle of killing? Because if what you do, what goes around has to come around. All because they did not have his belief. So what I'm saying is, whatever Durguna is here, in the mind of, and Kagabhushan is admitting, this is what I had in my mind. And that is what is at the root, I'm telling, at the root of all the killing in this world. Your belief is wrong and mine is right. एक बार गुरलीन बोलाई and mohi niti bahu bhanti sikhai. One day that Guru called me and, my dear, you worship Lord Shiva, it is fine. You pray to Lord Shiva, worship Lord Shiva, sing his glory, call his name and all of that. But there is no need for you to say anything bad about Lord Vishnu. The Guru nicely, but also much love. Seva seva kara phala sutta. This is the next line. The Guru told him so nicely, there's no need for you to do that. In fact, the Guru said some other thing now that made his heart burn. He admits it. What the Guru said, Seva seva kara phala sutta soi abhirara bhagati rama pada hoi. You don't know when you become a, like son, when you become a good devotee of Bhagavan Shiva, a really nice devotee of Bhagavan Shiva, then that will give you unflinching love and devotion for the feet of Bhagavan Ram. Oh. Bhagavan Ram is from Vishnu only. What he did not want to hear, see, just you go down 2 lines now, see.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
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 Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. हर कहरी सेवक गुर कहे सुनि खगनाथ हृदय मम दहे
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
अधम जाति में विद्या पाए, अयो जला ही धूप दिलाए। पानी कुटिल को आगे पूजा, पुर कर द्रोण करो दिन राती।
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय। हर कहु हरि सेवक गुर कहु। When the Guru told me that I will become a great sevak of Bhagwan Ram by worshipping Bhagwan Shiva, when Guru told me that, his own word now, Kakushin, this is Suni, ek Khaganath, oh Garud, when I heard that, then Hridaya Mama Dehu, my heart burnt. Because the thing which he did, which he did not like, and he feels that what he worships, that is the right thing. And the Guru is telling something opposite now. And this went like this. Then Adham jati mein vidya paye bhayo jatha ahi doodh piyaye. In my low state of mind, it was like the Guru had fed milk to a snake. He gave me all his knowledge and all of that sort of thing. Meaning to say, if you feed milk to a snake, he doesn't give up his poison, you know. That is the idea. Mani kutila kubhagya pujati guru karadro karau dinurati. This is the lowest depth that a human being could sink. He sunk. How? When the Guru told him that, day and night, he now developed hatred for the Guru also. Bapre. Human beings, when we have developed anger or hatred for Guru or Govind, we cannot really go lower than that. This is where Kakavushundi reached. Ati dayala Guru swalpana krudha. And this Guru was so full of asim anukampa, infinite compassion. One moment also, that Guru never showed him anything bad. Puni puni mohi sikhao subhuta. Again and again, the Guru tried to make me understand, but when a person's mind is fixed in some, see, if a person's mind is fixed in something good, it is very easy to throw him off. But when a person's mind is fixed in something bad, see, nature of the sansar. Nature of samsara is like that. So that Guru could not do anything. Then number 106, you see. I told you all this is a long story. I told from yesterday. See, but in the story, there's so much of guidance for our own life. I'm not telling you the guidance. Actually, storytelling is means you are supposed to take the guidance for your, you're supposed to draw it out for your self. Here and there I tell, but story is like that. That is why it is given in the story form. 106. एक पार हर मंदिरा जपत रहे सेवना राम, जपत रहे सेवना गुर आए बीमार प्रणाम सी
Yeah.
एक बार हर मंदिर, not Hari Mandir, हर मंदिर, he was sitting there in a Lord Shiva's temple. Bhagwan Shiva's temple, he was sitting, Japata Rayo Sivanam, and he was doing japa of the name of Bhagwan Shiva. Then Guru Ayo, the Guru entered that mandir. When Kaka was sitting there and doing Shiva japa. Then Abhimanate, he had so much of Abhiman, and of course, before also, so much of his heart has already burnt, and he would disagree with this guru, and so many things happened before. And with all that Abhiman now, thinking he is right, and his guru does not know, Abhimanate, uthi nahi ki na pranam. What happened? He did not get up to do pranam to the guru. So dayal nahi kayo kachu. And Tulsidas ji, of course, now he's telling after the fact. He never fails to tell how compassionate that guru was. So dayal means that compassionate guru, nahi kayo kachu ura na roshak, loveless. Loveless means even one iota of anger or one iota of any ill will, bad feeling did not come to that guru. Even though the Shishya did not stand to do namaskar. That also is the mark of a great guru, The mark of a great guru is that he doesn't want namaskar from anybody. If he wants namaskar from anybody, please pay attention to this. If that guru wants namaskar from anybody, he himself should have a guru. Anyway, this Kaka did not get up to do namaskar for that guru, and not even one iota of any ill will or any anger, anything came to that guru. Ati aga guru apamanata sahi nahi sake mahes. Oh. But that transgression, the gravity of the transgression by this chela toward this guru was more than could be borne by Bhagwan Shiva in that temple. In that mandir, Bhagwan Shiva could not bear this thing. And from the Akash, from the space, a voice boomed down, Bhagwan Shiva's voice. Mandir Maja Bhai Nava Bani. Nava Bani means Nava means space. Bani means voice. Word came down from the space. Then Re Hata Bhagya Agya Abhimani. Loudly. I'm not telling it as loud as came. Jadyapi tava gurake nahi krodha ati kripala chita samyaka bodha. Even though that guru did not get any anger towards you, this is too much for me to bear. Tadapi sa pasata deha tohi. You sat there like a lazy snake. You did not move. So therefore, tadapi sa pasata deha tohi niti virodha sohai na mohi. Jo nahi dand karo khalat tora bhrashta hoi shruti marga mora. Means, if I don't give you some punishment, then I would destroy the whole tradition. Like that. And Je sat gura sana irsha karahi raurava naraka koti juga parai. You go and live in hell for koti juga. Koti juga is like plenty. So in a long time, he gave that shrap to this Trijaka Joni Puni Dharai Sarira Ayuta Janmakara Abhari Pavahi Pira. Means, and you be born thereafter for 10,000 years as an animal. Tiryang means animal. No, like that. When this Bhagwan Shiva, then Beti Prayasi Ajagara Iva Papi Sarpahoi Kalamala Ati Vyapi. And because you sat there like a snake, then you also become a snake after. All so many shrap one after the next. When Bhagwan gave this shrap, that Guru, now the Guru also heard, and out of his infinite compassion, the Guru, he could not bear, oh, this poor Shishya, look what shrap he has been given. And in his infinite compassion, he sings one of the most famous stutis. All of you will be knowing this to Bhagwan Shiva. The Guru sings for a Shishya who had fallen to such depth that he detested even that Guru. What depth he had fallen. And that Guru did not mind even. Not only that, did not mind. He now sang stuti for Bhagwan Shiva to ask for forgiveness for that Shishya. Kaisa hai Guru? See now, this very famous, all of you will be knowing. You can repeat, they'll repeat him. Namami Shamisha Nirvana Rupam. Namami Shamisha Vyapakam Brahma Veda Swarupam.
Vyapakam Brahma Veda Swarupam.
Nidam Nirgunam Nirvikalpam Niriham. Chidakashmakashvasam bhajeham. Akaramomkaramulam turiyam. Hoti tamisham irisham. Karalam pahakapalam. Gunadar samsar param. Sankrasha Gauram Gabiram. Manoti Prabhashri Shariram. Spuranno Nikalno Nivincha Ganga. Sadbhavati Shamisha Nirvana-rupam. Shamisha Nirvana-rupam. Namami Shamisha Nirvana-rupam. Ulumapati Mahadev ki jai. A most wonderful and soulful stuti this Guru rendered in front of Bhagwan Shiva there, pouring out his heart before the Lord and asking for forgiveness for this Chela. Chela and Shishya is one and same word. And Bhagwan Shiva responds to his request. And what to do now? People ask a lot of questions about these things. Bhagwan also gives sharp. Do you know Tulsidasji's presentation is very nice? Kahakabhushanji's presentation is very nice. And the word, the operative word in all of this, right? I want you to pay attention. That word should not be missed. That, I'll go back and tell. Jo, see, this is line. Jo nahi dand. Dand, I don't give punishment. Karau khalat Torah to you, wicked fellow. If I don't give punishment, then bhrashta hoy shruti marag mora. It means to say that I will be contributing to the destruction of a very wonderful tradition. Because Bhagavan will sit there and see that the tradition is destroyed. And that Chela has to get up and do pranam. And the Chela did not. And then I also start there and did nothing. And as Shruti Marag. And in our Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, the one who cast out Shruti, this who leaves the Shruti and just acts however he wants. Ya Shastra Vidhimutsrija Vartate Kamkartaha. The one who cast out Shastra, Shruti, and just acts whimsically, Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti, na Sukham na Param Gatim, achieves nothing. Therefore, Shastram Pramanam De Karya Vyavastito means we should be following Shastra. And anybody who is contributing to the destruction of the Shastric tradition, you can just live like that. So this is the operative word there. We are protecting a tradition. We are saving and perpetuating a tradition, which, and I tell you, if you belong to this Sanatana Dharma tradition, it is amazing how human beings, whatever is good in our life, we destroy. And whatever is bad in our life, we keep. This civilization has Sanatana Dharma. This civilization, human civilization today has Sanatana Dharma at its disposal. The thing which has all of the solutions and proper responses to every human problem. And that thing is pushed in the background. And the other thing which has no solution, which has destruction only, civilization takes that. Amazing thing. You know, we have come to this situation today where we have virtually destroyed the environment. The whole global ecological system we have. No reversal is in sight, you know. And the only religion on the earth which has the solution to that thing is Sanatana Dharma. But this religion which has the solution, we threw it out. And what we do? We take something which is going to destroy the earth only. Sanatana Dharma is intrinsically an ecological religion. We do not have a movement called as Greenpeace. Because we are Greenpeace. Intrinsically ecological. You would not take an iron ball and drop it on your big toe. Because you consider your big toe to be me, isn't it? You may drop it on your neighbor's toe, but you will not drop it on your toe. because you say that is me. I cannot drop it on my toe. And Sanatana Dharma teaches this entire Jagat is me. How you will ever commit any atrocity on this Jagat? If this thing was imbibed by this human civilization, we would not have reached where we are. Something which is intrinsically ecological. We don't have to build a movement to teach that. The whole Sanatana Dharma teaches that. So, the things which are good for us, we cast it out. And the things which are not good for the civilization, we take that. And we have brought it to this stage. We have to again and again make effort to make sure that the teachings of the rishis reach every nook and cranny of this earth, because it is the only saving grace that this earth has. Everybody else teach about loot, plunder, ravage, eat, drink, and be merry. Khao, piyo, maja karo. So, he sees that this fellow is contributing to the downfall of a tradition which is so rich, a tradition which is so enlightening. And I cannot sit by and let this happen. So now when the Guru sings this soulful song to forgive this Chela, Bhagavan Shiva appears there. But we have to wait. He will appear tomorrow. We will see this thing. All right. Okay. I want to tell you of so many various announcements I have here. These are 3 very important announcements. Vedanta course deadline. Today is what date? Today. Go home fast and apply. Vedanta course is going on in Mumbai, and it lasts for 2 years, and people under 30 who has a university degree and want to engage in this type of work, please apply for that course. Let us go from 15th of January for 2 years. Okay. The last chance to apply. All right. Next, Hindu Spiritual Care Certificate. There's so many of you. This is an online course, but it is training Hindus to go out and really give care in the society where it is needed. You can go to a home where somebody is having some family problems. You can counsel. You can go to the hospital and you can talk to patients. You can go to schools and talk to children. You can go do so many things. This is a 1-year training course, online training course. Hindu Spiritual Care Certificate. This course will be certified. Actually, many people have gone into various organizations as the Hindu chaplain after taking this course. Okay. Starts in January. Then Youth Empowerment Program from June 10th to July 19th at our Dallas ashram. Please see. So there are more announcements we will make tomorrow. Okay. Or maybe somebody will come here and make some. Oh, yes. We have a 3-minute video. Amma was talking about our school in Trinidad. Well, with the help of all of you and help of Chinmaya Mission centers across North America and various places, that school came very nicely in Trinidad. And it is the technologically most advanced school in the country and doing fantastic. And here we have made a little video. Now see, on the screen there is the ashram, and just across the street from the ashram is the school. You will see this now. It's just about 3 minutes long.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Govinda, Hare Krishna, Hare
Okay, Hari Om, and here we are at the new St. Tulsidas campus, and we just installed the smart boards in the classroom by Jaidev and company, and I'm just going to inaugurate the smart board usage in the school. And please note, I have no chalk in my hand. Look at it, and here we go. Hari Om. There you go. No chalk. So we have to leave it.
Hara Shambhu Shambhu Shiva Mahadeva Shambhu Shambhu Shiva Mahadeva Shambhu Shambhu Shiva Mahadeva Shambhu Shiva Mahadeva.
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारम् सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि।
हर हर शंभु शंभु शिव महादेव शंभु शंभु शिव महादेव शंभु शंभु शिव महादेव शंभु शंभु शिव महादेव.
सानन्दमानन्द गवने वसन्तम् आनन्दकन्दं हितपापवृन्दम्.
For those of you who have not come to Trinidad and seen, the little ones in the kindergarten, they wear orange. And when they go into primary school, they wear yellow. And when they go to high school, they wear white. So we have all the three colors also for our children.
Now I finally understand why you're always smiling, because you're in your own private satyug all the time. I think that's why. Thank you, everybody. We have a few more announcements. There are so many things happening at the ashram in the next little while, and with Chinmaya all over the world. We start with the
Sanskrit.
So first thing is, this is from Chinmaya, Mumbai, and it is with our Pujya Guruji, Swami Swarupananda, who's head of Chinmaya Mission. And he is starting something called Chinmaya Parichay. And the first class is, I've converted it to Toronto time for you. So the first class is starting tomorrow night, 9 p.m. And then the second class is starting Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Okay, that's the first thing. Tomorrow is the last night of this yagna with Swami Prakashananda, and we can't wait for him to return. But there's one more family session on Saturday morning from 9:30 to 12:30 p.m. And that's in Scarborough, at our Scarborough campus. Huh? Please join that if you can.
But we have Saturday evening here also.
Oh, on Saturday evening? here?
Also, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Okay, my mistake. We'll be celebrating Gita Jayanti here on Saturday, December 9th from 9 to 1. And then After that, we have Shri Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram on New Year's Eve. And I think Gina and Devji will be leading that one. Few other yagnas to keep set aside in your calendar, so you can see all of those there. You can see it'll be a very busy schedule all of next year. And oh yes, of course, New Year's Eve celebration. That's coming up on January 1st. And I think everybody knows about our Bal Vihar program, but in case you don't, if you have young children anywhere from the ages of about 3-ish, 1.5, all the way up to high school, like grade 12. It's a wonderful program. I think all of these kids here are in the program. My kids were in the program. They've graduated now. So it's a wonderful program. If you have grandchildren who aren't in the program, you should definitely let them know. If you have your own children, let them know as well. So it's a wonderful program. And it's a great way to keep this tradition going, that Sanatana Dharma tradition that we have, that we're so proud of. It's a great way to keep it going. And that's it. Thank you very much. Hari Om.
आरती के लिए सब खड़े हो जाइए.
Sponsors and Bhikshuk families, please come to our table.
आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सिय पी की. आरती श्री रामायण जी कीरति कलित ललित सिय पी की.
आरती श्री रामायण आरती